What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we have a brand new year, a brand new celebration. So this will be my first market watch of the new physical year, and so we have a lot to talk about, and it's going to be a lot of fun talking about what's going on and taking a book from the market watch guy. Don't buy the pre-sales is what we're going to say. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So first off, we have Heavy Metal Dramon, Digimon Liberators EX-07. Guys, I warned you a little while ago, make sure you get your copies. Hopefully you did back in December when they were 8s. Now they're up to 12s to 13s, and it's going to keep climbing, guys. This is not going to be a cheap card eventually. Even the new support is starting to fundamentally play into this card's playstyle, keeping your hand low, helping you play the deck how it wants to play. So just keep this in mind because your hand's going to be low, but because it's feeling your trash as fast as it can, you should be able to take advantage of this. Your only big weakness is going to be Paladin mode ace. Europe side looking like €3 to €7. You guys aren't hyping it as much, but eventually you guys will probably do so. And it's just going to do what it wants, right? Magnamon X antibody. The reason why we're bringing this up is because it's going to be vitally important for the next two big secrets we have coming in Chain of Liberations. This is a $45 to $54 card. I'm going to be straight honest with you. I expect this to stay like this. You're going to be seeing one of the other secrets be in that price range as well. You will be priced out of that very, very easily. Hopefully Chain of Liberation has a lot of product, especially because BT7, there was a lot of product. I mean, EX-07 had a lot of product in it that you could still buy even on some of the local shelves. Hopefully we see that counterpart very comfortably. Europe side 22s to 28 to €30. Rapidmon X antibody being observer BT06. So if we take a look, it started at 50 something dollars as well, and then dipped into the 40s, the 38s to dipping to nothing. So this is going to be very important. I'm going to give a guess on which one of the two is going to end up this price and the other price. The problem comes down to is one super splashable, the other one is restricted to its own deck. So we might see a mirror option here, and both are going to be competitively viable, and that's just going to be what's going to make or break this. Right now being 26 to 35s, no surprise if Rapidmon X can do some crazy shenanigans. Then we have Gallantmon Crimson Mode Ace. Really? Let's get that up here. I can't believe it. Rapidmon X, 19 to €20, a lot cheaper than us. But Gallantmon Crimson Mode Ace Secret Crisis BT17, $13 to 14s. Yeah, I mean, this card is going to keep climbing up, and it's going to keep climbing because with Gallantmon hype and people thinking that the deck is going to be a tier 1 deck, which we learned the same thing about LordKnightmon X. It's a great deck, don't get me wrong, great for locals. But higher competitions, it starts falling flat. There's reasons for that because there's no protections and stuff like that. Gallantmon Crimson Mode Ace does extremely well at the local levels, but once you start putting in the high competitive category, deck starts coming down a little flat. So that's vitally important to take that into account. 15 to 16 to €25. Greymon Secret Crisis BT17, 21s, going right to 28 to $30 to almost bought out, guys. Guys, hopefully when you guys took a chance at this and listened, I did try to warn you guys, make sure you get your copies because again, this card is going to disappear eventually off the market, and it is. So that's something to be worried about. 16 to €19. Now, the big things are don't buy the pre-sales. I think a lot of these cards now, to be honest with you, will be coming down pretty quickly. And I'm going to be straight honest with you. $14 for Pyramidmon. This thing, do not buy at 14s, 15s. This thing will be probably 8s very comfortably, even $6 under that, if anything. So just keep that in mind. And guys, also a quick little segment here. that if you guys are using TCG Player, use my affiliate link down below. It helps support the channel, no extra cost. So even if you guys snap and say, you know what, I'm going to buy the pre-sales, use my affiliate link when you do so. It'll help the channel, no extra cost. Then we do have Digimon Chain of Liberations, $9. I expect this to come down. I don't expect this to be expensive, to be straight. Metal Slayerdramon Ace Chain of Liberations, another $10 card. I expect this to be like $5s, if not lower. I'm going to be straight honest with you. Yes, deep saves and everything like that. This might be similar to a Vikemon situation. I think it's going to go dip to $5s. You snatch them at $5s next week. Then it'll come probably back up to $10s. So it's just a really good ace in generic C. Hercules Kabuterimon Ace. This I expect to probably be like Leo. Leo was kind of like a $2 card, then spiked up to 6s, dropped down to 3s, and then bumped up to now what it is at like 10s, if I don't remember correctly. So Leomon, Saber Leomon Ace. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's at 5s again. So this thing had a weird track record for a little bit. As you know, it was like 2s to 7s to 5s to 4s. It had some weird ups and downs. So I expect us to kind of settle around this price, but I definitely expect it to be like a $2 super rare off the bat. Then we have Rapidmon Ace, another $10 card. I expect this to go down to 2s to 3s very comfortably. I just feel like the Nightmare Soldier archetype is good, but we're going to see a lot less of it be competitive right off the bat. Skittimon, Chain of Liberations. This could be another situation with Iceclad. Not super generic like Hexablow. This is definitely, though, one of those cards you just watch a little bit closely. Probably going to be like a $5 card on release, if not lower. It probably will dip down as long as, you know, Iceclad doesn't actually do crazy phenomenal in higher events. So just keep that in mind. Dinomon, another $20 card. I want to be straight honest with you. The hype behind it is Gucci, but this card will be a 5, if not lower. It's just how this kind of plays out. I think on release it'll sit 10s, but then dip down more. So just be ready for that. Sukuyamon X Antibody. This card's going to be like a $2 super rare. Just keep that in mind, guys. I'm going to be straight honest with you. There's no way this thing's going to be expensive. Hype is going to be behind her, probably trying to push her up, but I don't see how she can stabilize at anything above, you know, $2. But, you know, if you guys can get it for cheaper, go for it. But I think $20 is not what you're paying for it. Baltamon, another $2 card probably on release. It's a good card, just strictly to Nightmare Soldiers though. Justimon X Antibody, another card that I expect to probably dip down to the 2s, just because it's not like overly competitive. Justimon has some viability, but we'll have to see if it'll actually hold. Medieval Gallantmon Chain of Liberations, already a $7 card. People have bought it. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. This is the one I think is going to have the Magna X value. This one has more super splashability across multiple decks and has brought many decks into a higher level because of this. And this is a powerful card. Just be ready for this card to be expensive. And I'm going to be straight honest with you. It is a 4 of in a lot of lists. 3 to 4 is kind of mandatory for this card. Gallantmon X Antibody Chain of Liberations, a $90 card right now. This one is going to try to push to be like top dog. I think because of this thing's being like a 2 to 3 max, even in its main deck, is going to what affects this viability. I think it's going to come down. I know the hype is behind there because people are going to want this to be like the next Magna X, but with how many decks actually play this paired to Medieval, I think Gallantmon X Antibody is the one that's going to dip lower. I think this one will probably fall down into the 26s range. Just the hype behind it. People are just trying to do the Magna shenanigans. I would not pay $90, nor would I pay 80s for this card, to be straight honest with you. Hype is there, but I just don't want you guys losing so much money. Lucamon, Chaos Mode, Infernal Extension, EX-06, we're at 38s to 40s. Then we have 25s to 28 euros. I expect this to eventually just cool off as less and less 7 Great Demon Lords tops. Slayerdramon promo 110, $50 a pop. This is not going anywhere. I think we'll see this in our regional participation sooner than later, but right now, you're just, if you guys are expecting to play the Imperialdramon stuff, your Virus Imperialdramon and BT20, if there's no reprint of this, good luck. Europe side 25, 50 euros. Dracomon promo 092, $9 going down. I expect this to come down a little bit more. The hype for Examon is starting to fade. We'll have to see if long term it lasts. Europe side 17 to 20 euros to 30 euros. Ukamon from BT16, we're at $10 and climbing. Card's just good, generic good card. Europe side 5 euros to 6 euros to 7s. Mirai Infernal Extension EX-06 starting to climb up, guys. On buyout too again. This waifu tax needs to stop. Europe side 25 to 32 euros. Then we have Yuki alternate arts. I warned you guys, hopefully you snag these when they were like 12s and stuff like that. I tried to save you guys as much money as I physically can by warning you to make sure you get this cards, and hopefully you did, because now $30 a pop and people are paying this price. Just be ready for that. Europe side 10s to 18s to 24s. LordKnightmon X Antibody alternate art release special booster 36s to 43s. This is another card that had so much hype behind it that it was outright expensive on release, so $50. And look at it now, 37s, no surprise. Europe side 24s to 30 euros. Raremon promo 101, $17.99 to 19s. Europe side 9 euros to 15 euros. Imperialdramon Fighter Mode Dragonic Roars EX-03 not going up as crazily, which is good to see. I think this might be a one of, maybe two of in the main list. We'll have to see, but I think we're going to see this thing come down. Europe side 11 to 12 euros. Mama Tyramon updated pack 2024. This card got bought out. I know the Dynamon hype is there with the Tyranno and stuff, but I don't think this is the card you really want. To be honest with you, the level 5 slot is so tight that you really don't want this. Europe side 5 to 6 to 8 euros. And Cinderella Digimon Liberator EX-07, we're at 14s, 15s. Then Europe side 9 euros to 12 euros. Closed participation, $4.40. Don't buy into the hype. Wait it out. Give it time. These things will be dirt cheap. Shellmon, $4.50. Shumon, this thing should be under $1, $4.20. Then Galemon, $4.50. Yeah, don't invest into these. These are just not worth it. Landramon, I mean, both. I know that the Landramon and the clothes are really good in the main deck of, you know, the Pyramidmon, but we just have to wait this out. Get your cards as you get locals, and these things will come down. And then Quinlan is $4.20. Just wait it out. There's no reason for it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.